Hey y'all, I'm out here today at a locally owned pet sitting service, Adventure Pups, and we are about to talk to the owner to find out how it got started, the heart behind the business, and how our community has shaped the way that they care for pets. Hey y'all, and if it's your first time here, welcome to Cooking Up Real Estate. My name is Stacy Roberts, aka This Realtor Cooks, and I'm here to help you discover all things Harris County, Georgia. My son and I moved to this area just last year, so I'm going to be sharing with you firsthand what it's really like to move to the central western part of Georgia. And whether you're moving your family or your business, I'd love to help. You'll find all my contact information in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you'll always be in the loop of all things Harris County, Georgia. We're excited. This is our first highlight in Harris County. And we're going to just kind of get to know what Audrina has been doing here at Adventure Pups. And so let's get started. So what type of pet sitting and boarding services do you offer here at Adventure Pups?
We offer doggy daycare. So we have a handful of dogs that come Monday to Friday. They literally drop their dogs off like they're dropping their kids off for school and pick them up in the afternoon. So our morning drop-off hours are 6:30 in the morning to 10 a.m. and then afternoon hours are 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. So people drop them off in the morning, pick them up after work, they go home exhausted. You're exhausted from work. Your dog's exhausted from daycare, and you can all just have a nice chill evening together. We also do boarding as well when you go on vacations and stuff like that. We also do long-term stays for military dogs too, when there's people at Fort Benning, Fort Moore, whichever name it is now. I don't know. It keeps changing.
That is so cool.
Yeah. So sometimes we have dogs for up to 4 months. And we also have foster dogs too. So if you're looking for a dog, I got a dog for you.
Oh, we definitely want to know more about the foster dogs. Yes. We'll highlight those. So stay tuned for that. Do people, when they do the daycare or even the boarding, do people have a hard time leaving their dogs for the first time? Or are they usually like, take them, we're good?
Usually they have a hard time, but not just the owner has a hard time. The dogs have a hard time at first. But then once they come a couple times, they are just like, get me out of this car. They start whining when they come down the road.
Yeah.
Like when they're almost here, breaking out of the cars. Some people, when they open up their car doors, you can see the scratch marks from them, like trying to get out of the car when they pull up here. We had one person, they had their window rolled down when they left, and all of a sudden their dog was back at the door. It had jumped out of the window and came all the way back. Dog was okay. Everyone is fine.
But they're like, I want to stay.
Really. We watch a lot of the neighbors' dogs too. So shout out to Bubba. He comes over here whenever he pleases to come play with his friends. So that's literally amazing. Wait at the door for us to let him in. It's so really awesome. Cute.
That's really cute. I can attest that is very true because we bring our dogs here and they are just like jumping out of the car, ready to go. And they're always just like sad to leave.
Her dogs are like these giant snowballs and they're so cute. We love them.
There's a lot of white hair in our house. There's probably a good bit of white hair on my shirt.
I'm surprised
right
you're not covered in it.
Okay, I'm most excited to ask this question because I've been curious for so long. Because as I said, we do bring our dogs here and I've gotten to know Audrina over the years. So what is it that got you started in this pet sitting service?
So what got me started, this is one of my favorite questions because it makes me like think about everything I've gone through to get to this point, and it's just crazy to think about. But I was 12 years old and we lived in this neighborhood of like 24 houses, something like that, and I obviously couldn't drive yet at 12, so I offered my poop scooping services to all of the neighbors. I charged, and these neighbors had at least an acre size backyard, so the yards were pretty big. I charged $10 to scoop the entire yard of each person. It was a steal. But I was having the time of my life. I was like, I can make money. I had a lot of pets at this time too. So obviously a lot of the money went back into the pets, as it still does to this day.
Of course.
But I started with that. And then as I got a little bit older, probably like 14, I didn't have a phone yet because a lot of kids didn't have phones until they were a little bit older. Back in my day, my old millennial days. But there was the house phone that had like the really long cord attached to it, and a little like turny dial thing on it. And so people would reach out from our church and from our homeschool groups, and they would call me. And I was so nervous to talk on the phone as a kid. I was the firstborn child, but also like so shy to talk to people on the phone. So that definitely helped me get over that fear.
You've definitely gotten over that fear now.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Just thinking about how nervous I used to be to answer the phone. But they physically left voice messages, and I'd have to call them back on our little phone and kind of like, wait around for the phone to go off in the house to be like, that might be a customer, to run over, pick up the phone.
That's amazing.
But my parents were so gracious. They let me watch dogs at our family home growing up. We were the weird homeschool family, but look at us now. It's okay.
Yes,
it's okay to be the weird homeschool family, okay? But my dad built us this playhouse. It was a pretty good size, but it had a pull-out bed and everything, and I would sleep in there with like 10 dogs.
Oh my gosh.
Just no AC, no heat. This was up in Chicago, so the weather was not as hot, obviously, as it gets in Georgia, but it's just me, a pile of dogs, and the yard wasn't even fenced in. I'd let them out, and they'd just all stay by me in the yard, and then we go back inside. And
that's so good.
It was so fun. But then when I turned 16, I could drive. I could go to people's homes and let their dogs out for them throughout the day, and I would be driving around to all of the houses like the entire day.
So you would pet sit in their homes as well as letting dogs come to your
so I was
mother and father's
busy,
house as well.
So busy.
Wow.
So leaving Chicago, I got married, left Chicago, came down to Georgia almost 10 years ago now. And so
did you come straight to Harris County? Or okay.
Oh, well, no, we were in Columbus. We knew,
so nearby.
Yeah. Newly married, like I was kind of sad because I missed all of my clients back in Chicago. Like those dogs are my friends. They're not, I don't look at them as dogs. They're who I hang out with every day. Yeah. Like I'm with the dogs more than humans. Coming down here was hard because I didn't have any clients. It takes years to build your clientele back up.
Yes, ma'am.
With any small business. And so just eventually it spread from one person to the next person. We moved to Harris County right after that, just up the road from our current house. I watched dogs at that house, and I think that was like 1.5 acres that we had over there, and my husband fenced in the entire yard for us, and
wow,
you're just making it work. And then I had a child during that time period, and my mom came to help with, when you give birth, your like parents come to help typically when you have a baby. Yes. But she wasn't helping with the baby. I booked dogs during the week that I gave birth, like a
You're
crazy
in the hospital bed, like mid push, and like
my mom is like letting out the dogs for me.
That's dedication.
So I remember some people dropping their dogs off and being like, "You are about to be induced tomorrow." Like, yeah, is that a problem?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just so funny to like look back on like, things then versus now. Like,
right.
We're a little more strict now when we're like on our off time and stuff like that.
Yeah, you got to set up those boundaries, especially when you're
giving birth.
Yes.
Oh man. But then we came here in 2020. We had to move here because we were keeping up to 40 dogs in our home at the other location. And so our house was beautiful. It had 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a giant kitchen.
You guys know I'm looking at that kitchen because,
the kitchen
cooking up real estate, that's what we're all about, is the cooking and the kitchen.
The kitchen at our old house was like surrounded by glass windows, and now we live in a cave. The back of our house is completely underground, so it feels really safe when there's like a storm or something that happening.
You need that here in Harris.
But it's so dark. But now we have this nice patio, so I like make food out here now instead, which is really nice. So we downgraded our house to upgrade for the dogs. So we moved to this location. We have 10 acres. We have 2 different buildings, and one is for the smaller dogs, the daycare dogs, and the older dogs. And then we have another building that's for our bigger dogs and longer term stays. And our foster dogs are out there. So we have 2 big spaces for them now, 3 big yards that are fenced in. Fence is 6 inches into the ground all the way around. We hand dug it ourselves. mainly the husband.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rick.
Yes.
He hand dug it into the ground so the dogs can't escape from the bottom. Everything was made like with the dogs in mind, moving to this location, which was super nice. Because before we were kind of just like working with what we had, and moving here, we were able to like make things exactly how we wanted them to be.
Yeah. I love that, like, there's a build to it, right? I think so many of us that are entrepreneurs or wanting to start something, we think it's just going to be exactly what we want. We're so used to this instantaneous, instant gratification. And to hear that you started poop scooping to a rental house full of dogs, and now you have this absolutely, I mean, y'all, you're going to see it in a little bit. It is stunning out here.
Oh, thank you.
And just the care that goes into it that y'all have for the animals. And
love the dogs.
just really, I mean, just being out in this peaceful surrounding. I think that's one of the best parts of Harris County. I don't know if you agree, having lived in other places.
I love Harris County. It is the best place I've ever lived.
It's just peaceful. Like, there's just, it's
the
really,
trees,
really nice.
The plant life, especially coming from the north, like, you have to drive 2 hours away to get to any greenery like this. It's crazy. There's also like a bunch of hiking trails in Harris County, which we love hiking. So and I love taking the dogs for their little adventure pup up the day too. So it was like we go up to Pine Mountain, Standing Boy, like we go to all kinds of places in Harris County. Could write you a recommendation list on hikes.
Oh, that's so good. We'll have to link that down below. We'll have Audrina's hike.
I'll put my top 3 favorite hikes. Yeah.
So that actually leads me to another question I didn't even think to ask. So where did the name Adventure Pups come from?
Adventure is my favorite word.
Awesome.
So that's partly why. And then I just felt like Adventure Pups was catchy. It's been Adventure Pups since moving down to Georgia. So we've had this name for 10 years now.
Wow. That's amazing.
Quick pause for just a second. If you are thinking about buying, selling, or just entertaining your options here in Harris County, Georgia, I would love to help. You can book a free real estate consultation directly with me where we can talk through your situation and see what makes sense for you. You can book directly on my Google Calendar with the link in the description or the comments below, and there's also a QR code on my page. All right, let's get back to it.
Okay, so we talked about how much we love Harris County. How has Harris County shaped Adventure Pups?
We watch a lot of like first responders' dogs, police officers' dogs. We watch like all of the neighbors' dogs down the road. My sister lives at the end of the road. She watches dogs too, but we like know everybody, and it makes the community around Harris County even greater to just, actually know your neighbors instead of just being a passerby and not, knowing or caring about who your neighbors are. Like the neighbor next door to us, if she's not feeling well, like I'll offer to bring her soup. We're not feeling well, she'll be like, how can I help you? So there's a really big community where people aren't afraid to go and meet their neighbor, which I feel like in a lot of other I know at least in Chicago that was not the case.
The northern way of like stick to yourself.
I also remember like first moving down here, people were so nice that I thought they were being like deceptive. Like I was like, why are these people being?
I don't know about this.
I was like, they're being suspiciously nice, and no, it's just how they are here.
That's so good. So lots of care in the community for you and for your clients. That's so good.
Something else that I really like in Harris County too is they're still working on it, but there's I want to say like 12 miles, maybe a little bit more of the new paved bike trail.
Oh, yes.
That's going, it goes all the way
the Man-O-War Trail, right?
Yes. I walked / I was going for a run, and then I was like, I don't feel like running. So I walked and ran 10 miles yesterday.
Oh my goodness, athlete.
I was listening to a book, and so that like helped me keep going. But I walked from where there's this cute little shop. It's that little cottage that's at the top of Pine Mountain. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, you're talking about for Callaway? That's like the country store.
Yes, there's this cute little country store. They have
and the overlook across the street.
Yes, that is the most beautiful place.
You can see that in my Pine Mountain video. I'll link it here so that you can check that out.
It's so cute. But there's this little shop up there, and then if you walk around the side of the building, there's this little ramp, and there's this beautifully paved trail, and they keep up with it. Even on the run, they have the guys going on the golf carts, leaf blowing the pathway, so it's all nice and clean. So everything's kept up really well,
Yeah.
which I really appreciate.
Yes.
We also like rollerblading, so
Oh,
we
that's so
appreciate a
fun.
good like paved pathway for that.
I have not been on a pair of rollerblades since actually college. I had a
my
girlfriend
gosh,
of mine
you
that was
have to
like,
get a
we got a
pair."
rollerblade, and I went back to my house when I went home to
Yeah.
visit, and we got them. I just remember like rolling into the grass a lot. Like I couldn't remember how to stop.
You know, it happens. I still don't know how to stop. I just bump into something and just, okay, we made it.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
But-
They were doing roller derby at the Harris County Rec Center too. I don't know
Oh.
much about that, but I guess there's an opportunity for roller
That's
derby
fun.
in Harris County now. I saw a woman come out with some pads and a helmet while my son
Oh my
was
gosh,
playing
that's
basketball. And I'm
so
like,
fun.
what's she doing back there? And then I could see the skates like under the.
Speaking of the rec
curtain.
center too, like the rec center is so nice, and I think the pool pass is like $10 for the
For everything.
year.
The whole
Oh,
thing.
it's the whole thing.
You can go to the gym. You can play
Okay,
pickleball.
well, I know where I'm going later.
Yes.
But yeah, the pool there is really nice too,
Mhm. It's
especially
warm.
and it's open late most days of the week.
Except Friday, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one day, so it's good to check before you go. But a lot of nights it's open, I think, till 8 o'clock, and so you can go after dinner if you want to take the kids for a little swim before bed.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's such a
Get
good
this energy
idea.
out.
Yes.
But yeah, the rec center is super nice, and the library next to it is also very nice.
Yeah,
But,
I agree.
yeah.
Okay, so you and I have found that we have a shared interest here in Harris County that we didn't know until recently.
We love Jesus.
We love Jesus, and we go to the same church. And
Yes.
we are like, what? That's so
Yep.
cool.
Shout out to Midtree.
Yes, Midtree Church in Catala. So how has your faith shaped this pet sitting service that you have and your life, really?
I am just so like grateful to God every day that I get to wake up and watch people's dogs for a living. And so even on my bad days, I'm like, that just like keeps me so motivated. And I've been able to invite a lot of clients to go to church,
Oh,
and
that's so
they've
good.
came to church just for me, like mentioning it, like, oh, we don't have Sunday morning hours because we're at church. And so like that's such a like good way to reach out to people to come. And then also
Yes.
like I feel like everyone has a calling in life, and I really believe my calling was to care for animals. And I didn't really realize at the time that it might be like pet sitting for dogs, but it's just to have your calling fulfilled is just like such a light. I can't even describe the feeling, but it's just like literally I'm about to cry. Like it's an overwhelming feeling.
Yes.
To like know that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. If that makes sense.
It does.
But
no, it
yeah.
totally does. Oh, I love that.
Gosh dang it. Look what you did, Stacey.
Sorry. I've cried on the channel before, so it's welcome here. It's
Okay,
fine.
good.
And it's when I've talked about Jesus.
Okay,
So,
good.
yeah. Normal reaction.
Oh.
That's so beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to take a look at what is actually going on in the kennels and around the property. So come with us outside, and Audrina's going to show us around a little bit.
Perfect. foster dogs, Molly. She has been with us for a long time. She is dog selective, so she only likes certain friends, but when she warms up to them, she is besties with them. She loves people and kids. Oh, good stretch. What is this stretch? You can do yoga better than me. If you need a good yoga partner, we have Molly for that. But she is just a sweetheart and she makes you feel so loved and appreciated. She just needs a good home. But we work with Sanctuary in the South, who is also located in Harris County. And you ham, you're such a ham. To help find these dogs a home. Look at that, you smile. He's a good girl. But oh, you can be nice and dirty for your new home. Yes, I know. But she's so sweet. There's some dogs where once they leave, like it feels like a piece of your heart is just like ripped out, but you know that they're going to a good home, and then you can rescue and help more dogs out. Yeah, he's a good girl.
This is a great time to ask you, Audrina, where can local people who either want to adopt the sweet baby or are looking for pet sitting services, where can they find you?
They can find us in Fortson, Georgia. We're just off of Almond Road, so we're kind of in a good spot between I want to say Harris County and Muskogee County. We're literally on the border.
What's the best way to get in
Texting
touch?
me is the best thing possible. Usually I'm with the dogs and they can be loud throughout the day. So phone calls could be very difficult, but I will answer a text in like 2.1 seconds, very quickly.
This is why I love highlighting local services that care for our community so deeply. I hope you enjoyed the time with Audrina here at Adventure Pups as much as I did. And if you are local to Harris County and you need pet sitting services, be sure to check her out. I will link all of their information in the description below. And let me know in the comments what business you'd like me to highlight next here in Harris County. And as always, be sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And seek the Lord in all that you do.